Welcome to Broad Strokes, Fortune's show where we talk about the news that matters to women. So on Monday this week, Donald Trump met with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at the White House, and on the agenda, women's issues. So they gathered a bunch of different CEOs, both from Canada and the US, as well as Ivanka Trump, who was apparently one of the masterminds behind this gathering.
Yeah, I mean, it was really interesting for me to see Ivanka at the table. I mean, this is a woman who has absolutely no official role in the White House, and yet here she is. She also posted a picture of herself on social media in the president's chair, and this caused a lot of controversy on social media.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird move, really, considering all the criticism that the administration has gotten about nepotism. You know, obviously, Ivanka Trump's husband has an official role in the White House. So you have to think that they knew that they were going to get some pushback on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's also weird considering that it doesn't seem like the Trump administration cares too much about, nepotism charges, that she's not getting an official role.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that she's having these dinners. I'm happy that these meetings are happening. It's great to see, women's economic issues out there as something that's being discussed at the White House. But, the real test is, can you put legislation out there? Can you put policy out there and actually change something?
So a new book came out this week by Tiffany Dufu called Drop the Ball. And it's basically, the complement to Sheryl Sandberg's Lean In. So whereas Sandberg is saying lean in at the office, Dufu is saying lean out at home, let men pick up more of the slack, do more childcare, unpaid labor, things like that.
Yeah, I mean, part of this really resonated for me. Like, for sure, I do the dishes more at our house. But on the other hand, it puts a lot of the onus on women. And I'd love to see someone write a book saying, hey, men, here's what you need to do. So it makes me wonder, we've had so many of these big feminist call to actions. Do we really need these books anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it's true that we've had a lot of these books, but a lot of them have been, frankly, written by rich white women. And so what's really nice about this one is that Tiffany Dufu is African American. I feel like she, her book might speak to a broader audience than Sandberg's book or than Sally Krawcheck's new book, Own It, which really kind of come at these issues from a very privileged point of view.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see if this resonates more for a wider variety of readers. But what was really resonating for me this week are the Clinton women's Twitter feeds. So Chelsea Clinton, usually her tweets are, pretty innocuous. She tweets a lot about women's issues, children's issues, the environment. But ever since the Trump immigration ban, her Twitter feed has transformed. And she's gotten really political, really pointed. Meanwhile, her mother's feed has basically just been trolling Donald Trump, pointing out problems in his administration.
Yeah, I mean, it's been super entertaining for me to see Clinton getting into a Twitter war with Kellyanne Conway. But aside from being super entertaining, I think the Clinton women's tweets might be pointing to either or both of them potentially running for office. There's actually a political story this week about Hillary Clinton and how all signs basically point to her running again in 2020. Now, the writer cites no additional new information, but more things like, this Twitter feed, the fact that she's, writing a new book, the fact that she's distanced herself from the Clinton Global Initiative, all things that she would not have to do if she weren't running for office.
But it's not just Hillary. So these rumors are also out there about Chelsea, saying that she might be considering a congressional run in New York. She denied it, but at the same time, she's also talked about the interest in running for political office at some point in her career. So one thing I think we know is that the Clinton name is not going to disappear from political headlines anytime soon. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have this week on Broad Strokes. Come back next Friday for another episode on Fortune.com.